Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for the 23rd of November. Today I'm not going to go into the intraday counts and look at that. What I wanted to do today is have a look at a couple of bigger counts in all of this. So this is how I have been counting it, and it's still valid in terms of the Elliott wave count as 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 here, and from 2 here looking for 5 waves to the upside of 1 and 2 here, and moving up for 3 and 4 here, and then moving up for wave 5 here to wave 3. Okay, so this count is valid. There's nothing to prove it wrong at this point, but as always we just need to be cautious and just validate each structure as we go, and tweak it and confirm things and move forward. The other way to count this here is that now that wave 1 here is actually longer than this wave 1 here, it's also valid to copy this here and put wave 3 here, so 1 and 2 and 3 here, and bring wave 4 down here, and then bring wave 5 down here. It would make it a little bit short just in viewing it compared to blue wave 1 here. So if we take a look at this count here, it's the same count just labeled 1 degree smaller. So we had this as intermediate wave 1 over here, but this count here is kind of valid. So also what I wanted to do here as well is that if we look at this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here for wave 3, back for wave 4, and then up for wave 5. Now, so that's the bullish count. Now, what about a bearish count? Because that's been thrown, it's still being thrown around. So the only way I can see a bearish count is having this here as wave A. Whoops-a-daisy. Just bear with me a second. I'm missing one here. I'll just copy this here, and we'll use this one here. I think it's important to look at both sides. There's been two sides with all of this all the time, hasn't there? There's been the bulls and there's been the bears. And a lot of the bearish counts have been negated because of the strong move up, of course. But I still think it's good to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. So we could look at this as wave A here. We could look at this as wave B here. We would need wave C to move up in 5 waves, so we'd need it at the top of the 3rd wave here. So then from B to C here, we would still need 5 waves to the upside. So we've got wave 1 and 2 here, and wave 3, say just at the 20,000, wave 4 here, and then wave 5 to the upside here to make wave 3, or wave C here. If that was wave C there, which is possible, I'm not denying that. So that would make this down through here as well, the A wave at this point, and then an A and a B and a C wave for this B wave, and then down for a C wave here. So that's how the corrective pattern would play out. I can't really see it happening really because of the volume, not the volume on this particular Bitcoin chart here, because this is just Bitcoin against the US dollar from IG market, so it's not really the real volume as such. So we would need to look at all the exchanges put together, all the big exchanges, and also the futures market and the options market on the CME as well. And besides that as well, you see videos that are posted on Bitcoin, in YouTube that explain the fact that PayPal coming into the market now, and Square, I mean, just between the two of them, they're taking up the the whole 900 bitcoins that can be produced each day, 100, the block of 144 times 6 bitcoin, 6.52 bitcoin or whatever it is. So you've got two companies alone buying every single bitcoin that there is, and then you've got Grayscale, you know, just bought another 10,000 bitcoins, and so they're not even being mined quick enough to be, you know, to be allocated. And then there's all the retail people in the futures market and so on. I mean, the futures market is the futures market. It's just paper, really. Yeah, you know, and it's just even coming into, it's just hitting Main Street now, this Bitcoin. So for it to collapse, you know, it would need a shift in government policy to do that, you know, in multiple countries. But, you know, because it's already sort of got a futures contract with it in the US, you know, it's all sort of regulated. You know, I can't really see that sort of happening, and not when, you know, not when Europe and the UK and the US are, you know, bringing out their own coins, you know. So they're not going to, you know, they need to get their coin out to you know, to push the debt to one side for a moment, to continue the party, so to speak, you know. So I can't see that occurring at this stage. But either, you know, coming back to it again, either being bullish or bearish, even if it was bearish, a corrective rally up to this point here, we still have, if this is wave 3 here, which will just be a little bit longer than wave 1 here. So I'm being conservative here, okay? So wave 1, 2, and 3 here being conservative, wave 4 and wave 5. If you look how long it took, you know, March, from May, July, September, just really to create one here, you know, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same for wave 5 here as well. So wave 5 here could take us up to 30,000 here, not a problem as well at that point, you know. So, but we'll see. We'll just take that as time. But even as a bearish count, what I'm saying here is that we're going to be pushing up to 25 to 30,000 with this coin here, even on a bearish count. Also, other people have got this here counted differently as a wave 1 here as well. So it's also possible to squeeze wave 1 and 2 into here and then have this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the third wave coming up to this point. So that's a possibility. But even so, it still doesn't destroy the bullish count. So I don't see a bearish count within all of this structure just yet. Of course, we know that when markets come online, so to speak, it's like gold in the 70s, you know, it pushed up to $800, didn't it? And then it looped all the way down, and now it's looping up from the 800, it's looping up to 2000, you know. So they get these, even penny stocks, if you've done your days as a penny stock trader, you'll see this looping thing coming in with new stocks as they come in. So we can still probably expect, you know, some big swings in the market, but there's a big difference from this trend to this trend and this trend. I mean, this trend here is where you've got commercial money coming into it. You know, the hedge funds and the Wall Street are not even in this yet. So, you know, the first senator in the US a week or two ago mentioned that she had Bitcoin, and, you know, and Goldman Sachs are just sort of mentioning it. Not that it's in their balance sheets yet either, but they're mentioning it and looking at it. And, you know, so this is a different trend here, as I noted before with this here, working this trend up here. This was a building trend. This was not a, you know, this was not just a short, sharp shot because of no sellers, so to speak, you know. So there's good reason for this to continue to the upside. So anyway, this is my Elliott wave take, and being, you know, I think it's important to look at both sides and be practical and then manage those. So doing that today is what this is all about. And for this to be corrective, because of this corrective pattern, we need 5 waves here. So we'd still be up at the 25 to 30,000 at minimum at that point. And yes, we will take caution up here, and we'll check we'll check things. We'll check on the volume in all the exchanges, and so on and so on. But from an Elliott point of view, we still have this further to go to the upside. That's all I really wanted to point out today. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciated. Cheers.